He likes when people care for him,
Yes.
and mother him. He likes
like Kenny did.
Yeah, he likes like fucking like big things with honey in them for his tea. It's like, what the fuck's wrong
My
with you?
throat.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, he likes being mothered.
Oh, he does.
Very much so. He likes being fawned over.
And I do like seeing his a little resurgence in success for him.
Yeah.
With the Woody Allen thing, and then now he's got the Scorsese project that he's working on. These are pretty big names.
Yeah, it's funny when we were shooting. I was doing that scene for Amy for the Judd Apatow film. I was doing a running scene.
Ooh,
and
do tell. Now I didn't even hear about this. Nice.
Yeah, well, it's co-starring myself and Amy.
Of course.
But now I had a scene, and in one of them there was an outdoor shoot, so the lighting was getting fucked up because of Scorsese's shoot. He was shooting like probably 4 blocks away, but he had giant lights on a crane shooting into an apartment.
What an
but that was
asshole.
fucking with the lights. It was really Marty was annoying us.
He couldn't go over there and tell him, "Hey, turn the lights down."
No, it was funny to see Judd Apatow have to wait.
I know,
because Judd is
alpha directed
by Scorsese, because
Yeah.
Judd is one of the biggest in Hollywood. But I
Yeah.
guess when Scorsese's doing something, like, well, whatever he's done with his lights, and
Yeah.
it was a fucking nightmare.
Well, while you're filming a movie, there might be another director with a lot of light.
Absolutely. Sometimes light will cross over each other and make no sense at all and wreck the shot, but it could be day and it could be night. I did do a voiceover audition, and one of the things I did recently was I morphed a little Ed Wood into it.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it for a cartoon?
It was, yeah.
Wow, those things are fucking like massive too.
Yeah.
A lot, people make a lot of money off of those.
Whoever gets it, I'm sure will. I can tell you who won't be making a lot of money off it.
Jimmy!
The fucking the one and done kid won't be making any money. I fucking show up, I do my dumb audition. Oh, it was great, dude. Nailed it. Nothing. Whoa.
I would love to see an animated character just turn up on the screen going, "Yeah, that's your problem."
I didn't do any chip. I threw a little Uncle Paul into one of them. I'm like, what are you doing? I threw a little
when
Uncle
the young princess gets molested.
Yeah. When the evil character's wiping blood off his fingers on the fucking sheet. They put him in the fucking tower because he's got blood and fecal matter. All right, good.
Don't kiss her just yet. She's still sleeping.
Yeah. You gotta wake her up first.
Get that prince out of here. Give her another apple.
Yeah. Let me spit on that little mouth that ain't moving down there. I do want to animate Chip. That's one that we've been talking about for
No
a long
shit.
time, and I just haven't done it. I miss you, man. I'm so happy to see you.
Jimmy, I missed the fuck out of hanging out and being there. You to my right, and going off like that about everything, just anything. The news, fucking all the stories. Every time I see a story come up in the news, I'm like, God damn, what would that interaction be? It was a lot of fun. They threw me out of there, Jim.
Yes, they did.
They threw me the fuck out of there.
And as I'm coming here, I'm like, if this was my drive every day, I would have gotten myself fired in fucking December of 2004. How did you do 10 years of this shit back and forth?
It really is bad. Now, this time is really bad because I think rush hour starts at like 2.
Yeah.
It used to be like 5 o'clock or something like that. So when I was driving in and out, it wasn't all that bad. Sometimes, though, you get an accident and you're just fucked. So, it wasn't that bad. And, again, being able to come in and just huck and yuck it up with the boys, it was a lot of fun. What's the atmosphere in there now?
It's like we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. It's like we really are. Like, it's a tremendous difference. I mean, there's that giant seat on my left or Opie's right that's just not, it's like me and him talking.
Roland's chair?
Yes, Roland's chair. That's just
giant seat.
That giant seat that's broken constantly. But it's a tremendous vacuum of you. I mean, it's an impossibility to replace. Thank you, Keith.
I'm not, the compliments I've gotten from people have been unbelievable, but I know I'm not the show, you're not the show, Opie's not the show. It's that triad that we had going on. So taking me out of the mix, it changes the whole fucking dynamic of the show.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line with that whole thing. You guys, I always said, were in the worst position possible because you had to then deal with the remnants of that and make something of it. I was able to just run off and do whatever the fuck I want. Whether it fails or succeeds, it's just me. There are no expectations of, like, this has to be a version of the Opie and Anthony show. And you guys, it was like, oh, this isn't the Opie and Anthony show. Yeah. the Anthony guy got fucking fired. So, you guys got to deal with that.
Yeah, and I don't want to call it, they were calling it for now just Opie with Jim Norton, but that's a temporary thing. I think, yeah, exactly. Anytime there's a with in there, it's always comfortable to say for the audience. I think it's just going to be Opie, the Opie Show or Opie Radio or something. I don't want it, because I don't want it to be like, oh, we're just changing the name, same old thing. It's like, you got your show now, Opie will have his thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Let it be that. I think it's smoother and it's easier, and it feels like, okay, this is a different thing.
It's such an odd situation, and it was 20 fucking years of doing the show. So I never imagined what it would be like if one of us left the show or got fired or what have you. So it's weird to see how it is moving along. It's because it was a quick, beheading that I got over there by ISIS XM satellite radio. So we really didn't have time to prepare.
Yeah.
Thank God I was building the bomb shelter downstairs pretty much, or I'd have been fucked.
You were ready. You were as ready as none of us would have been as ready as you are.
It was the paranoia of the Cold War H-bomb thing where people built their shelters. The neighbors would be like, the nut. Listen to him. The cement truck's here now. And then the bombs start falling and you're glad you did it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you got your own show, and again, Opie, we should call this Opie Show or however he wants to name it. And I got the Jim Norton Show. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it's like everyone wants to feel like they can stand on their own as a performer too.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I love the Vice Show. It's fucking hilarious. I loved being in it. It was so hard to not say on the air what the bit was.
Yeah, you were a hit.
The Uncle Paul bit. And then to watch it and hear the audience really laughing.
Yeah.
It was a funny fucking bit. And I'm very proud of you doing this. And like you said, whether any of this succeeds or fails, you give it your best fucking shot and see what happens.
Well, you guys, being a team is always
such a weird thing.
We on camera? Yeah. Chip panics whenever there's a camera.
Freeze.
It's hard because you're always married to the other person, and then it's got to be an instinct just to go, well, can I stand on my own as a performer, or am I married to this?
Right.
So watching you guys both do, I see Opie every day, but I've also watched your show, and it's kind of fun to watch. As fun as it can be when you watched. My greatest fear was when I was going to get fired, and that you guys were going to continue. That's how I always thought it was going to happen.
It never happens the way you think.
I never saw this coming.
Yeah.
I never saw Opie getting fired. I never saw you getting fired. I saw Jim Norton getting canned. So the fact that Jim Norton has employment makes Jim Norton.
So did the audience.
Yeah, believe me, I'm sure they did. And where did I get a report? I'm sure. Yeah.
Holy shit! I must say, at least the internet has been completely supportive of everybody involved.
Hold on. I have to disagree with that. There's been what I would call no support.
Has there been no support?
No, they've been. I think the audience once we explained, once they thought we could just leave, and when they realized we would be sued for breach, and then all of a sudden, if the people that stayed left, we would be blamed for them leaving and get sued for it. It was a tremendous problem.
It's a weird thing when you're contractually obligated to stay there. Because I know you guys, you probably would have. Well, no, the money's pretty good.
The money is decent. I like the money.
I like paying for my house and things like that.
You know what my fear is too, and I still have this fear, is that I leave Sirius XM, and then 6 months into the new deal, they go, you know what? There was something about Anthony being here that was special, and they bring you back, and then it's you guys, and I'm fucking gone, and I can't get back in.
What?
Yeah. Well, Jim, you should have stayed.
No.
We're using some of that money to, I just.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that happening anymore.
No.
I honestly never see them even calling me. They emailed me that I was fired, which is, strange enough. And unless they completely wipe out everybody in charge, bring in new people, and the new people were fans or Keith or something, I don't see me getting my job back there anytime soon.
I don't know, man. I literally have not seen Scott Greenstein or the president since all summer. No, I have not.
Just like the country.
I have
seen the president.
No, not that president. I mean,
beheaded, and they're just he's all
he's golfing.
Yes, of course.
What better time to relax? Yeah. Watching beheadings is stressful. I'll say that. If you're the president, what a great time to play golf.
I saw a meme that was pretty funny. It said, "Another beheading. I be heading to the golf course." Using beheading in a thing. It's always funny.
It's always good.
Yeah, another guy another reporter beheaded, and this whole and I just tweeted.
Wait, did they do the other one or just the James Foley? There's not one after. There was one.
Oh yeah, just today.
They did the second one.
They did the other guy today. And, of course, the news is like, reports say, and we're speculating, and a film that said, believe me, they did it. They're not ones for April Fools.
Look, we got him ice cream. April Fools.
You think they would do that? They set him up and have him kneel and give the statement. Guy pulls out an ice cream cone, like a push-up pop.
Yeah.
Gives him that.
April Fools.
April Fools.
Wow, no, I didn't hear about today's at
Yes.
all.
He's that new, not the new guy. He was, I think he also interviewed the people that were suspected in the Benghazi incident. He was one of the reporters that actually interviewed
poor
those guys.
fucker. Was he the guy that they dragged out behind?
Yes, and he's like being held up going, hey, I'm still here. Help me out. There is no consolation for that. It's terrible. But I got to tell you, some of these fucking reporters are just stupid. You want to think there's this, hey, let me show the world what's happening.
Right.
Thing. It's like anything else. There's an ego thing involved here. You're risking your fucking life to be the guy. Because it's like any other business. You close a big deal or you do a good show on the air. After everything's said and done, everyone pats you on the back. What a great job that was. They're putting themselves in a position for, I think, nothing more than pride and showing the people, hey, look what I did. I don't think there's this journalistic integrity that, hey, I want the people to know what's happening here, and that's why I'm risking my life.
I also think the rules have changed too. Like, years ago, they didn't.
Why are you cutting my fucking head off?
It didn't happen. Who was the one that went and interviewed Bin Laden? John something.
Yes,
one of those guys.
Who's that English guy?
Yeah, he went and got to sit down with Bin Laden in a fucking cave before 9/11. So, years ago, the press